check, check, check. Check, 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 checking audio, checking audio. Check, check, checking audio. Check. Check, 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 checking audio. Check, 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 checking audio. Check, 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 checking audio. I have no audio. Check, check, check. Syllabus, syllabus. Check, 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 checking audio. Hand bike, alpha, alpha. What did I do? Check, 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 check. Okay, you can't really tell which mic is working right now. Let's cover this one and see if it still comes through. Or is this one here? Okay, so I think it's the main mic that's working now. Good thing there's nobody actually watching at the moment, so I'm gonna turn this thingy off here. And let's get into Star Citizen. So today we are going to be starting from Area 18 in the Stanton system on the planet ArcCorp. those of you who are just joining, my name's Ajovic, and this is actually my first stream of Star Citizen. Been playing the game itself for about 2 months now, and I thought I'd start sharing some of my gameplay out there and see if anybody else might be interested in some of the games that we're playing here. Learn a little bit more about Star Citizen, what it is, and how you can get started too. So for those of you out there who don't know what Star Citizen is, it is a game that actually started about 12 years ago as a crowdfunding game. It's a bit unique in that it's what's considered an active alpha, where the game itself actually is still in development as we speak. And instead of just buying into the game, you actually make pledges that to back the game and back its development. So, and in return, you actually get to play the live alpha while it's being developed. So I've been playing only since active since 3.9, and we're currently at 3.10.2. So yeah, hope you kind of like to see what the game's about here. So as I said, we're currently starting off here in Area 18. This is the actual apartment that you spawn into. Right now you don't really retain ownership of this, and it's just a spawn point itself. Supposedly down the line you're going to actually be able to rent or purchase these apartments, and you'll be able to actually customize them yourself with different knickknacks and stuff from your travels. I was listening here, and the soundtrack is awfully loud here, so I'm going to make a little bit of adjustment. Turn that down. There we go. That's a little bit better. Turn it down a little bit more. Okay. So basically what I'm just going to do today is do a little bit of scouting around ArcCorp here as a bit of an introduction for everybody to sort of see what Area 18 is like. Maybe we'll sign out one of my ships and try doing a mission or two. So doors. So I always get confused coming out of here exactly which way to go, because you don't really see the exit itself. So we're on level 6 right now. Nice view out over the city of ArcCorp itself. I'm just gonna do another sound adjustment here. Hang on. There we go. Let's see if that's any better. Area 18 is a planet belonging to a company called ArcCorp, and it's pretty much all city. Not a lot of greenery on ArcCorp. It's kind of like the city planet of Coruscant in Star Wars, or what Los Angeles looks like in the original Blade Runner. So let's call our elevator here. Now, as I mentioned, Star Citizen is still a game considered to be an alpha. So, not going to lie to you, there are are bugs that are still present and things that just kind of go weird on you as you play. But you sort of learn to live around them and move around those issues. So, but I'm not gonna lie to say that the game's perfect. So I'm sure you'll see a few of those strange things kind of as we go along here. So coming out of our apartments here, we got some vendors, some shops. You can go buy guns, ammunition, armor, or if you want civilian clothing stores. Several different types of shops here on ArtCorp. So let's go into Cubby Blast here. This is where you can pick up most of your armor and weapons. Also a handy place to remember where you can go and get water. As you see sort of from my health meter down in the left hand corner there that it's water's starting to run a little low, so I'm just gonna take my helmet off. Give myself something to drink. Sometimes it takes a little bit of a movement to get things going. And as you can see, the animation's a little off, this one, but typically all of these get flagged back to Cloud Imperium on the Roberts Space Industries website, and eventually get fed back to the developers, and they can actually go in and tweak these things, fix them on the next rev. So some samples, some of the handguns we got here. Armors. All the armor suits are mix and match, and not every store carries every version of armor or color of armor. So sometimes if you're wanting to put together a complete set, you're gonna have to do a little bit of traveling around the verse to find exactly where you can find each of those components that you're looking for.
Hi, thanks for coming in.
Bunch of the different armors that are currently available in this shop here. Food,
Hi,
nutrients
good to
can
have you
also
back.
be here. These guys just sell, protein bars and MREs. But if you're hungry, it's going to reset your levels. So all the weapons here are all purchasable. Either buy them straight out, inspect them.
Those are great.
Lots of different types of weapons as well. You got ballistics, you got lasers, rocket launchers, railguns. Come over to these panels here. You can actually get in and go through the store's entire inventory and find exactly what it is that you're looking for. If you're looking for that pink and white undersuit, you can come in here and buy it. Weapons attachments. Armor. So armor is divided up into 4 categories. Arms, helmets, legs, and torsos. And sort of with these, you can kind of go through and make whatever combination you really feel like making. Let's back out of this. And there's the utility items, med pens, oxygen pens. These are always handy to have a couple of these around. especially if you get shot. You know, jab yourself with a med pen, get yourself healed up. Then this is a reauthorizer, which is used for hacking computer terminals. Something that can come in rather handy, especially if you decide to do some things that are against the law system of Star Citizen. Can end up going on your permanent record. The only way to get it off is to either spend some time in prison or going in and hacking a security terminal and clearing your record. So to do that, you need one of these crypto keys. Head over here to Cassava. Give you a bit of the idea of some of the fashion trends of
So many options.
Star Citizen.
Waiting for you at Cassava Outlet. From your next favorite shirt to jacket you need to have, Cassava Outlet has
you
everything
can
you want to wear.
choose jackets, pants, shoes, hats, gloves, shirts, anything you kind of want to outfit your character in.
Hey,
Come in and try everything.
What?
Again, either
Pretty
buy
much
things
everything we
off
got.
the rack or go
From a
through
night in
the
town to that big day making deals, Cassava Outlet helps you dress to impress.
pay
with fashion
terminal
for
here.
less.
Formal wear, casual wear. So
What you wear says a lot about you.
back into Square here. So now a lot of these shops aren't up and running yet, so each patch that ends up coming out, which is about 4 times a year, little things get added more and more. So eventually we'll be getting the ability to eat pizza or noodles, other things that are for sale here in the verse. One of my sort of favorite places is where this tram comes in right over top. Across the bridge here we have Astro Armada. This is one of 3 locations in the Stanton system here where you can actually go and buy different ships using in-game credits. Each one not unlike your typical Earth car dealership, except we're selling spaceships. This one here is the Anvil Hawk, which is a light fighter bounty hunting ship. And again, not every ship is available in every location, so usually means you're going to have to travel to find certain ships. So you can see we can bring up the sales list here. Another example kind of how things are still kind of in the works is some of these 3D models of the ships themselves. Things are a little over exaggerated in places and stuff like that. Not exactly the best way to sort of judge, and it helps to do your homework out there. There's several YouTubers out there that know an awful lot about these ships. They analyze them, they review them. Some good things to check out there out on YouTube. Learn about the ships and what they can do and what their limitations are before you go out and purchase them yourself. So as you can see, ships can run anywhere from a couple 100,000 credits up to right now what is the most expensive ship in the verse, which is just down here. The Anvil Carrack, 26.657 million. So it's a lot of grinding that you'd be doing to make that much money and be able to purchase the Anvil Carrack. She's a big ship. She's a exploration class vessel, capable of traveling pretty much the entire verse in one shot. And one of the ships that's out there that's possible to be crewed by multiple people, which is one of the cool things about Star Citizen, is some of these ships only carry one person and really only need one person to fly, while others, to really get the full effect of being able to fly it properly, need crew of multiple people. Carrack's a pretty good example of that, because the pilot doesn't actually have any access to any of the weapons themselves. And the Carrack relies on the gunner's turrets that you see on the side here and underneath. So right now, to really be able to fly the Carrack effectively, you need 4 people. But as I said, there's a lot of different ships that are currently out in the verse. Each one has its own role. Some of those roles aren't fully developed yet and into the game, but sort of are getting added as things go. Some of them make you a lot of money. Some of them right now don't have a lot of purpose, but will sort of down in the future. So, there, let's go down here. Go over and we'll check out Dumper's Depot. So Dumper's Depot is a chain of stores throughout the verse that basically sell components for your ship. One of the other things about ships in Star Citizen is that the components are upgradable. So let's say ship really isn't as shields aren't really as good as you'd hope they were. You can actually go and you can purchase a different set of shield generators, get your shield strength up. Each of these shields have pluses and minuses, so what you choose has an effect on the game, and it's not just an incremental increase as you go. You have to trade off certain things to gain other aspects. And again, there's a number of great videos out there on YouTube that are just dedicated to, what components should you choose, what kind of loadout can you make for your style of gameplay in the verse. You can change your power supplies, your shield generators. All of your weapons can be customized to your own liking, to your own play styles. You can change the amount of coolers, the different types of coolers that you have in your system that cool out your ship so you don't overheat. So ship places here like dumpers are places where you go to find those parts. So let's head over here across the bridge. And it's easy to get yourself lost in the maze of some of these cities until you know where you're going. Star Citizen even has bars, so place where you can go in, get a drink, also make contacts with different mission givers and stuff like that in the future. So there's another example of some of those little quirky bugs that are kind of happening. Right now, it seems to be a lot of people like to stand on chairs instead of sitting. So that's something that's kind of keeps popping his head up every once in a while. I notice some of the characters seem a little bit out of place at times. Another view out here of the city and of the tram line out to Riker Memorial Space Station. And that's an area we'll check out in a little bit here. Some of the bars here in Star Citizen now have interactive bartenders where you can actually go up and chat with them, order a drink, and they'll bring it to you. Not fully implemented in every single one of the bars throughout the game.
You need to get the job and get it done.
But it's in the works. This is ArcCorp Plaza, sort of the center piece of Area 18.
Cubby's Blast is your best shot.
Massive ArcCorp tower itself. There's even a landing pad up on top there that you can land on as parts of certain missions. And here we have the TDD, Trade Development Division. Think of this as the stock exchange of Star Citizen, where you can purchase and sell different commodities that are available in the verse as a way to make your way, earn yourself a living, pay for those ships that you want to get or that new piece of equipment. The visuals in this game are just absolutely amazing. Now, I started with games on the old 286 8-bit graphics, so for me, some of the visuals that I see in this game are just absolutely incredible. So all these trade terminals here, you can actually go up, you can buy and you can sell stuff. Pick whichever ship that you happen to have. So pick your commodity. Right now, scrap and waste is really the only thing you can buy at Area 18. It's really more of a selling location where goods and commodities come in from out in the verse and sell them off here. Make yourself some cash.
Offering the widest selection of certified creative visuals, using your own architecture doesn't mean paying a premium price.
This is the ArcCorp
Whether it's drinks with old friends or dancing with someone new, it's
corporate
always
towers here.
Welcome to Iron North Tower, Area 80's Premier Centre.
Again, more trade terminals give you the ability to buy and sell these locations as well. Right now, there's only one business that's currently open in the towers that you can go to. A company called Center Mass, which specializes in weaponry, both personal and ship-based weapons. So this is where you can come and load out your ship with the latest and greatest weapons. massive guns out there. These are all ship-based weapons that you can choose to purchase and mount on your ship itself. Give each one of your ships that little personal touch, and trick it out to how you fly, how you fight. Let's head on out to the Riker Memorial spaceport here and try checking out one of my ships and give it a bit of a flight. So the other major location here in Area 18 is the convention center, which currently is closed. A couple of times a year, major events are held there, sort of a way to sort of promote Star Citizen, and a lot of the ships and sort of stuff like that are displayed at the convention center.
The station. Stand clear of the doors.
Right now, not much happening, so they don't have any transit going there. So one of the things I kind of like to do is I like to get up here, jump up onto the window itself, give you a great view of what exactly it looks like in the city. It seems that there's just layers and layers of little things going on. Traffic and ships flying around. See all the way down there, still even more ships. So all of these areas are areas that you can actually fly over once you get up and going. There's a number of things that are called box missions where you can actually play as a courier, delivering boxes between locations and planets and between buildings on cities and stuff like that. Great way for beginning players to start earning a living here in the verse, without having to outlay a whole bunch of capital and risk the trade routes. It usually is this way to tell if someone's an actual player versus an AI, is you usually see them running faster through the areas, just like the player that was in front of me there that I just passed. So, we're in the spaceport. This is the main vehicle request console, where you can
It
go
takes
in.
all of us working together to keep ArcCorp safe and secure. Be vigilant and report possible threats every time.
This is what you use to request your ship. You can go through, figure out what ship it is that you want to take with you. So I'm going to pull up this one, the RSI Aurora MR. This is one of the classified as a starter ship here in Star Citizen. It's a little basic ship that
Obey all security and customs personnel at all times. Their job is your safety.
that you can buy with the basic game package itself. basic game package right now goes for about $45, and that includes the game license itself, the starter ship, and
It takes all of us working together to
UEC.
keep ArcCorp safe and secure. Be vigilant and report possible threats every
But if you're
time.
ever wanting to actually get started into Star Citizen, there are things out there called star codes, which are a referral code. You can find mine in the info section of my Twitch stream. Use that, and that'll get you 5,000 additional UEC to help you start out your game. So here we go. This is the RSI Aurora. This is what's classified as a light cargo vessel. It's single pilot. Has the capability, I believe, of transporting 3 SCU of cargo, which is the standard cargo rating in the verse. Also has a bed in it and a little open area here in between the two, which is great for running box missions, where you can actually store the smaller packages. So we're just going to open up our ship here. So, as you see here, this is a bed which you can actually lie down in, and can be actually used as a mobile spawn point and an exit point as well. So you can actually lie down in there and log out of the game and not have to worry about where it is that you're logging out and where you'll end up back in, because you log out in one of the beds here. When you get back into the game, it'll bring you right back to that bed. So, you know, if you're halfway across the verse and decide that you got to pack it in for the night, you can land your ship, log yourself out. Next time you come back in, log back in, you'll be back in your ship, hopefully back where you left yourself. So as I said, there's a little bit of space, so you can actually place some boxes, earn yourself a little bit of cash. And this is the pilot seat itself, so we highlight it to enter, climb into the seats. So now there's a bunch of keyboard commands that you can use to turn everything on, or you can use what's called the inner thought method, which holding down F will allow you to turn different things off and on, open doors, lock and unlock. So we're just going to go right ready for flight. We're going to flight ready, turn everything on.
Welcome to Roberts Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Now, since we're at Area 18, we're in an underground hangar with doors that are need to open up above us. So we need to get permission, though, to take off and to have them open up the doors. So we'll go over to our comms menu here, send them a message, get our permission.
You are clear to launch.
So we've got our permission. As you can see, the doors are opening up. So
Takeoff complete.
upward thrust, landing gear up.
Landing gear raised.
Oh, interesting park job. Looks like somebody flipped their Cuddy Black and crashed it onto the runway.
Thank you, and please
So-
visit again.
Can be a little bit of a challenge to fly out of Area 18. You need to, when you're about to leave, look for these launch blinds, and this gives you your path out. This helps keep down the instances of people crashing into each other. Now there's also a security system out there which if you start flying into an area you're not supposed to, it's going to turn you around with the force field and pull you back out. Or if you've really overstepped your bounds, it'll just blow up your ship. So, you really want to make sure that you're looking for these splines and staying in your lane on the way out. Can be a bit frustrating to try to get out. If you keep getting your ship blown up, or even worse, if you're coming in with a full load of cargo and the air traffic control decides to turn you around and blows up all your ship, and you lose your cargo and your funds. So definitely something you want to keep from doing. So we're gonna go about 40 degrees nose up here, get ourselves some altitude, get out of the atmosphere where we can actually make a jump. So hit F4, actually give us the ability to take a look at our ship outside. I'm just going to turn our pan on here, so it was a good sort of pan around the city below us. And there you can see a little rack there is used for hauling cargo. The main sort of cargo boxes, not the delivery boxes, which are much smaller and you have to actually store inside your ship itself. So, looks like I'm starting to go nose down here. Let me get back in. Boop. There we go. So there's another thing here, it's either using the mouse wheel, or if you've got it bound to something else, the speed limiter that actually keeps your ship from going too fast. Because in certain atmospheres, where there's very little gravity or very little atmosphere, you're able to travel a lot faster. Unfortunately, you have a little bit less control the faster you go, so I'm just going to adjust our speed limiter up here so we can actually go a lot faster. So currently sitting at about 11,000 meters above the surface. Is starting to get a little bit dark as we start to enter outer space. So I'm going to try to plot us a little course here to one of the space stations that is orbiting Area 18. So I'm going to hit F2, bring up mobile glass, look directly at the skyline, zoom out a little bit here. So here we can actually see ArcCorp itself. Let's get a little bit of rotation here. We're going to go to Bajini Point. This is the space station in orbit of Area 18. And let's see if I can get it aligned to where I want to go. There we go. We're going to set our route. So clear that with F2. So we've now got our route programmed into our computer. We need to spool up our hyperdrive, or our quantum drive. This basically warms it up. You align yourself to the station. So we're 192 kilometers away. And once we're aligned, and then we're calibrated, we can actually engage our drive.
Quantum drive is now off.
So we managed to make a little bit of space and having to try to travel all that length of the ways. We're about 30 so kilometers away from the station now. So as you can see with our speed limiter up, our speed now that we're actually in space has increased greatly. So we're doing about 650 meters per second. So as we get closer, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to turn. So we're probably going to want to slow ourselves down here a little bit. And you see there's that thicker white line on the left-hand side of the speed bar. That's the basically what's called your, your dividing line between where you have optimal directional control versus anything above that. You're not going to maneuver as great as you would be. Each ship has a different value for that, so you can dial that down, give you a little bit better control over things. So they're coming up on Bajini Point, so what we're going to do is we're going to hail air traffic control, give us a landing pad for us to land. So
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
okay, so we'll look for the nav point. There it is, that upside down carrot hat. Now there's a lot of different landing points on this particular station. Now if you don't have permission to land on one of those stations, you can still land on it, but
Attention.
good
I have been
chances you're
authorized
gonna
to scan your vehicle for security purposes.
oh crap,
Please
it's
hold
cops.
your vehicle and stand by.
So a bit of a law system here in Star Citizen as well, so make sure that you're not smuggling any illegal drugs or contraband. So I'm going to stop here while we've been pulled over.
Everything checks out. You're free to go.
Yep, so we're not carrying anything at the moment, so we're good to go. So we're going to continue along here. So as I was saying, if you choose to land at a landing site that you don't have permission, you're going to get a couple of warnings to leave, and then they're going to impound your ship. So they'll basically confiscate the ship from you. You're either going to have to wait an allotted amount of time before you can reclaim your ship, and there's a good chance you may also be charged with a fine. Now, sometimes those fines will go away the longer you wait, but usually it's best to make sure that you've requested your landing permit, because it'll also open up doors on some of the landing pads that aren't external. So we're going to come in here nice and slow. Put our landing gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
There's also an auto landing system in the game. Seems to work for some people. It doesn't ever seem to want to work for me, so I just land it manually.
Landing complete.
And we're touched down. So one of the other things
Landing
that
complete. Have a pleasant stay.
really kind of handy on these landing pads is you can rearm, repair, and refuel. So to do that, you open up your Moby glass, which is F1, go down to this little wrench here, and if it's available, you can actually repair, restock your weapons, refill your hydrogen, which is your fuel for flying around in regular space, and then your quantum, which is actually for jumping between systems. And right now I'm not really parked very well, so it's not going to let me do any refueling here. So exit out of this for now, but let's get out of our ship. Now, one of the important things to remember is while we took off from a planet that has atmosphere, these outside landing pads on these stations, there's no atmosphere. So you want to make sure that you're wearing your spacesuit and you're wearing your helmet. Otherwise, you're going to run out of air real quick and you're going to die. So a couple ways to check. One, you can either just go F4. It's probably a good thing I checked because I'm not wearing my helmet, as you can see. So I need to put my helmet on. So let's get back here. Let's go back into our Moby glass. And we're going to choose our equipment manager. this is going to bring up basically all of our gear. So now, since I don't have a helmet, we need to go to armor. Choose helmet. Now, each of these are helmets that I purchased with in-game credits, except for this one, the Paladin, which is the one I'm going to wear. This one is actually from the subscription service that you can purchase with actual real cash monies. So we've got my helmet selected, so we can click save and change to make sure that we actually save that. While we're in here, some of the other things that you can do is you can define what weapons you want to be carrying. Right now I don't have a lot of them attached to the body, my body itself, just because I don't want to look like I'm carrying round weapons. So I just have my pistol currently on my hip here. You load out your magazines. You can also load out your utility items, grenades, consumables. So med pen, click on there to save it. Utility items. So for instance, there's you equip your chip. There's a multi-tool. This is actually used for mining and also for cutting through things as well. Handy tool to have if you're going to go out there and do some mining. Moby Glass, that's the little wrist computer that you wear. So anyway, so we're set. So I'm going to click our save. Get out of our Moby Glass. Click back. Let's make sure that we got our helmet on, so we're good to go. Sometimes it takes a little bit for the to catch up, so you want to make sure that you have a check before you actually go out there, because you may think you have your helmet on, but it hasn't put it on yet. And, well, you can just imagine how that would go. So we're gonna exit our ship here. You want to make sure that you've locked up your ship as well, because people can actually come out and basically abscond of your ship if you leave it running and you leave the doors open. So you want to be careful about that. Keep an eye out for the pirates. So I'll just go down the pad here over towards the elevators. So we're inside the force field. That we'll call for elevator, so you can actually take your helmet off here if you really so wanted to, without having to worry about losing your air. Get on the elevators. Let's go to the lobby. As you can see, the cult of standing on chairs is all well and present here on Bajini Station. So we're just going to go to our vehicle retrieval console here, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to store our ship so that it's not tying up a pad, and it's not going to get shipjacked either. So now here's the thing is, so we just took that ship up and basically flew up here. I don't think we really ever damaged anything. But now it's saying I need to do an insurance claim on it. So might as well show this while we're at it. So let's say your ship is damaged or has been lost while you're out there. You can actually use an insurance claim to get a replacement ship. So you would click on claim. File claim. You see the standard time here of how long it's going to be until your ship is ready, or you can pay an expedite fee down here and get your ship quicker. So each ship has different delivery time, different expedite time, and different expedited fees. So depending on what ship you have, you may have to wait longer or quicker. It all depends on what exactly it is you're flying. So, but anyways, go back out of customs here. Just over into the lobby itself. Great view of ArcCorp there down in the distance from the station. So all the major planets have a station floating around them, and then there are several other stations that are set up around the verse, or at least around the Stanton system, that you can go to as intermediary points for refueling and re-equipping. Also locations for pickups and drop-offs of missions as well. So a lot of different places to be able to go in the verse and visit and explore and just check out, buy things. So go through here. Most of these stations are divided into two main sections. One being sort of the retail section, and then the other section being the food courts themselves. So you can actually come in here. You know, if you want to get yourself some fruit, you can come in here. Although I don't think the fruit currently is sellable at the moment. But let's take a look, see if we can actually buy anything here. So, yeah, nothing's really actually sellable at the moment in this store. Burrito bar is open though, so if we want it, we can pick ourselves up a burrito. Actually, they don't even have burritos for sale today, but got our water, fizzy pops, and everything. So click on more info, give you a little bit of better detail as to what exactly it is that you're buying. Each one has a different effect as to how hydrating it is, or how give you extra energy or boosts as well, or also detriments as well. So, you know, eating a hot dog will cause your water levels to drop faster. And there's lots of bits of different shops as you kind of go around here for the restaurants. Of course, there's a bar as well. And then each station also has a respawn point as well, where you can actually spawn out and spawn in. You will actually come back in one of the rental rooms itself, and I think for this one the rental rooms are on the other section of the station. So we'll just pop over there so you can take a look.
We're sorry. You exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your ship to storage.
See, there you go. Our ship's being put into storage anyway.
Storage
So.
procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your cooperation.
Now, luckily, we had approval to be on that pad, so while they're
ship storage procedure.
storing it, at least they're not going to fine us for being in that pad. So a little bit of a break there. So these are easy habs. These are the rental rooms that really right now you can't really rent. You just sort of spawn back into them.
Welcome to the store.
And you always set your spawn points get set every time you land at a particular city or particular station. That becomes your most recent spawn point. So if you're out in the verse and you get killed now and the last place you landed was Bikini Point, you're going to respawn back here on Bikini Point. So over here we have Platinum Bay. This is a smaller version of Dumper's Depot, so you can go in buy different pieces of equipment. Selection might be a little bit more limited though. Let's go down this passageway here. I think this is where the armor shop is. Yep, there it is right there. So go in, find that new piece of armor, something a little bit different. May have the color you're looking for or the piece that you're looking for. Let's see what's upstairs as well. So, video arcade. Your a local Kasaba outlet. As you can see, the water bottles back there on the counter, so a good place to go and get hydration. If you can't find it at one of the actual food stores, always make sure you check out one of the other stores. There's always going to be food and water at every station. Just sometimes it can be a little bit of an effort to find out where they are. And then the other one that you'll find is typically these admin offices. Here's where you can actually come and pick up or drop off packages in a shipping run. We'll do shipping runs in another episode. Also, trading and shipping consoles, where you can actually come here, share, sell some of your goods. Typically, these ones, though, are a lot more limited in either what they're willing to buy or the quantities that they're going to buy. So you may have a ton of cargo, but only be able to sell a portion of it because the station itself really doesn't have the capacity to buy as much stuff as, say, a major city on a planet. So, and that's really sort of the tour of Bajini Point, and probably going to bring to an end the first stream here that I've done. If you found this interesting, hopefully you'll come and check out some more of my videos as I stream them. It'd be great to have you as a subscriber, or follow me here on Twitch, or come and check out some of my saved videos on YouTube at AsiaVic TV. So again, I'll see you out in the verse.